A Fake School / Fake Degree / Fake Education Guide. Chapter 1. Fake Schools / Fake Degrees / Fake Education 1. Diploma mills are easy to spot. The rule is don't pay money to any college, particularly an online college, until you check to see that it's accredited with one of the few regional or national college accreditation organizations. Legitimate for-profit degree and non-degree granting institutions are fully accredited or licensed by accreditation agencies approved by the United States Department of Education through regional, state and national accrediting agencies. Although some diploma mills have official-looking seals, post pictures of campuses on their website and end their web address in .edu, they're a fraud. Warning signs are: little or no tests or papers. No buildings or physical campus. No classes or professors. No listing with official accrediting organizations. Degrees based solely on life experience rather than coursework. Names similar to reputable schools. It's pretty easy to spot a diploma mill. They advertise with tiny ads in magazines, they have spam-like internet ads, their internet name does not end with edu, even though it's not that hard to register a website with a edu, and it's really easy to get a degree from them. Just pay a few $100. If that's not enough, run their name through chia.org, Council for Higher Education Accreditation. You can even run their name through the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org. If somebody complained about them, it's there. You need a degree from an accredited university if you plan to go on to graduate studies. Colleges only accept undergrad applicants with accredited degrees. On top of that, it's fraud to misrepresent yourself as a person with several academic degrees from unaccredited colleges when applying for a job because they're not real degrees recognized by anyone other than the diploma mill. It's common sense. If you pay anything under $2,000 to get a degree in a few weeks to a few months, you know it's a worthless piece of paper that looks like a legitimate degree, but it's just a piece of paper. Diploma mills often have names similar to well-known colleges or universities but fail to mention an accrediting agency, or they name a fake accrediting agency that they made up. Info on fake degrees at chia.org/degree-accreditation-mills. Several articles. The college ripoff / fake accrediting agencies. The really bad thing about college degrees nowadays, particularly online colleges, is that they create fake or pseudo-fake accrediting agencies for distance education and e-learning, so when you ask if they're accredited, they say yes and then tell you the name of some organization like the Distance Education Online College Accrediting Agency. Then there are the career colleges. Don't assume that if they say they're accredited with some organization that the diploma they give you will be the entryway into a skilled profession. You have to investigate the school by asking your state or provincial Department of Education about it, then contact the professional / trade organization of your chosen field and ask them if a diploma from ABS Career College will make you qualified to work in that field. As far as I'm concerned, the only legitimate accrediting agencies for colleges are the several regional ones and the national one that covers colleges whose degrees are recognized around the world by other colleges or professional licensing organizations. I've seen at least half a dozen so-called e-learning accrediting organizations. Who started them? What are they accredited for? Are their degrees recognized if you want to apply to a mainstream graduate school or professional licensing? Stick with the few mainstream accrediting agencies. Multiculturaladvantage.com/education/student- loans/save money. Protect yourself when getting accredited college degree.asp. GetEducated.com, go to unrecognized, fake and dubious online college accrediting agencies. Credentialwatch.org/non/agencies.html, be wary of non-recognized accreditation agencies. Degree.net/guides/accreditation_FAQs.html. Quackwatch.org/04consumer/non-recorg.html. Unaccredited accrediting agencies / fake or useless accreditation associations. People not only set up fake schools but then in the same ad say they are accredited by some agency they just made up, like World Council on Higher Education Accreditation or the E-Learning Accreditation Agency, two agencies I just made up. Just to whet your appetite, I won't call the following list fake accrediting agencies, just say that they have no accreditation with legitimate, government-sanctioned accrediting agencies. Anybody can make up some accrediting agency that sounds good and then say they have been accredited by it. As you can see, through the website alone, at first blush, they come off very official looking and sounding. Fake college degrees/degree mills. Diploma mills are big business because people buy degrees from official sounding colleges and universities and use them to get jobs, upgrade their current pay grade at their job, or to otherwise inflate themselves. The problem in general is that very few people know a fraction of most of 3,800 plus accredited colleges and universities in the United States by name, so when someone puts a college name down on a resume, they don't know offhand if it's a real or fake college. In addition, the degree mill people create college names that sound remarkably similar to colleges and universities that already exist, or they take the name of a college that currently exists in one state and set up a fake college with an identical name in another state, further fooling the uninitiated. They also do this with famous colleges in other countries like in Britain. Everybody has heard of Oxford and Cambridge University. How about Oxford and Cambridge College in the United States? Sometimes they don't even bother with a fake name or an identical name in another state. There are counterfeiting services calling themselves degree replacement services who make identical copies of real degrees from real schools, complete with transcripts. Another one they do is they take the name of an existing university like Cornell and simply put the word state into it, thus Cornell University becomes Cornell State University, and to the uninitiated, it sounds like the real one. Another simple switch is to change the word university to college. Pepperdine University can be changed to Pepperdine College and most people won't know it's a fake school. There are some places that operate legally as propriety schools in a state, which means that it is a for-profit school by following the minimal rules and may issue a doctorate after you take a month's worth of classes from their website and do a 50-page essay, but this is still fake because it doesn't come from a college or university accredited with one of the few legitimate accrediting agencies. State approval as to what constitutes a school according to state law is worthless. What matters is that a school has to be accredited such that a degree from there will be valid in all 50 states and the rest of the world. Some states have liberal laws regarding their definition of a school, college, or university, which some con artists take advantage of, but this means nothing on a national or international level. The love guru of the 1990s, John Gray, with his Venus-Mars books, got his doctorate from an unaccredited school which I won't name because of the many lawsuits filed by these schools who feel insulted at being called diploma mills, and as far as I know, his ex-wife, love guru Barbara DeAngelis, did too with her infomercial and appearances on Oprah, which he put prominently on the cover of all his books, PhD, but what gets me is that all these TV shows accepted him as an expert with a PhD without checking on his credentials. If he had presented himself as an expert as is without the PhD after his name because he was so naturally wise and inspired, that's one thing, but he lied, pretending to have studied at an accredited university and earned a real doctorate. That's fraud. It's criminal, but people are doing this all the time these days. People are reluctant to speak publicly against degree mills for fear of getting sued. Even though law enforcement and some politicians are crusading against fake diploma mills, all the laws and law enforcement in the United States really won't do that much good because the degree mills have already moved offshore. The FBI at FBI.gov had a program called Operation Dipscam, which they used to shut down diploma mills located in the United States. This is now over, but they still work on these cases from a fraud angle. U.S. Code, Title 18, Section 1344, Fraud by Wire, and Section 2320, Trademark violation when imitating real universities. The U.S. Postal Service, USPS.gov, goes after people for mail fraud. U.S. Code, Title 18, Section 1341. In order to get teeth, Interpol has to get serious about this crime. The internet has made it so easy to get mail-order degrees. Because it's so easy, the onus must go in the hands of employers to check out every potential employee and even current ones. Degree mills operate out of European or Caribbean countries, have a website presence, advertise in magazines and newspapers, take credit card orders and send paper packages through major delivery services, often marked as lawyers' papers or something like that, which nobody checks at borders since it's only paper and not likely to explode or carry drugs. The average citizen doesn't think it's a big deal until you see a list of all the people who have used fake degrees to not only get jobs but to get jobs that could jeopardize the public safety, national security, and could even be used as a front for criminal activity. Fake doctors have used fake degrees to get jobs where they raped patients. I'm sure a fake MBA out there got a job then embezzled the company's money. If you are an employer or another person checking on a person's academic qualifications, don't call the number the person gives you claiming it's the registrar's number of their college. Some of them are so sophisticated that they set up phone numbers posing as registrars if somebody calls asking to verify the person's academic credentials. If you don't want to be taken in by a phony academic degree on a resume, one of your current employees working for you based on a phony degree, or a current employee getting a pay raise because he or she just got a phony degree, checking up on them is a two-step process. 1. You have to first determine that the college they say they graduated from exists and is accredited. Don't trust just typing the college name into a website and seeing what comes back, because I personally have seen elaborate websites with nice photographs of regal-looking buildings, etc., the only problem being that all these photos were of buildings other than what they were presented as. You have to go to the accrediting agencies I discuss elsewhere in this book, find the one that is appropriate and check to see if this college exists and is accredited. 2. Once you determine if a college is actually accredited, you call, fax, email or send a letter to their registrar's office, to a sub-department called something like the Academic Records Verification Office or the Degree Verification Office. You explain who you are, a prospective employer, an organization doing a security check, etc. They may ask for permission from the person first, as in a written letter /fax /email and or his or her social security number, which they want you to present to them so they know that this person you're checking up on authorized you to verify their degrees. They look up the name and give you this information. Some may want a fee for this service payable by credit card. Some will do it for free. If you run a fairly big company, get someone to give your human resources people a lecture in the subject of fake degrees, or give them this article and put a page in your company manual saying that anyone using a fake degree to obtain employment or raise their pay level will be criminally and civilly charged with fraud, i.e. theft, because you are stealing by misrepresenting yourself as someone more qualified than you actually are. Aside from an employer looking to verify the academic credentials of potential employees, there are other places you have to worry about bogus degrees. If you plan to get any professional work done in any capacity, you might consider verifying this person's academic credentials. If you're in business, you have to be wary of any professionals or experts you work with. Journalists should verify the credentials of all people they interview, passing themselves off as experts. Lawyers and prosecutors should check out any experts in their court trials. Clever diploma mill owners are getting more advanced. They not only produce the degrees, they have the fake transcripts, a phone number in case a potential employer wants to do an attendance check at the registrar's office, and they even make up their own accrediting agencies. The FBI and Interpol are now sometimes taking diploma mills seriously after they have caught people with fake degrees working at sensitive government facilities. For the employers, they could be liable if they hire somebody unqualified posing as a professional whose credentials they don't check. I've seen stories about fake neurosurgeons, psychiatrists, pharmacists, astrophysicists, etc. It seems like nobody checks. These diploma mills make up these fake university names that sound similar to real ones, make up some official-sounding accrediting agency, get some high-quality digital printing presses, and they're in business. There are two types of fake degrees: the place that sets itself up as a college with an official-sounding name similar to one that already exists and advertises in magazines and on the web for easy degrees for a few $100 so you'll get you a good-looking degree from an unaccredited university which you could put on your resume, and if anybody checks, the worst that could happen is you lose your job unless you're trying to impersonate a doctor or lawyer. The second kind of fake degree are the places that can make you a degree that looks almost like the ones from existing universities along with transcripts, or if you're good enough, you could make it up yourself with all the technology around these days. They advertise these services as degree replacement services, implying that they are merely replacing a legitimate degree their customers already have but somehow lost, so they are just making another copy for him. But, of course, we all know this is a load of bull. It's all about getting fake degrees. They can make you authentic-looking degrees from such places as Princeton University, which could get you a job for such general fields like business administration or liberal arts, but I wouldn't advise you to use it for a job where you're actually directly involved in people's lives in a significant way like medicine, law, psychology, or counseling in any way, because you could get arrested for criminal fraud and sued civilly on top of it. Honorary degrees have the same value. They're worthless for real wisdom except for the illusion of grandeur they put forth to the owner and any other suckers who are impressed by such things as letters after one's name, which is one of the reasons I think it's all a joke, because I live by my innate wisdom. I don't buy into the prestige of degrees much, but then again, I'm an outsider. I purposely try to live as far away from the system as I can except for writing these books. The internet domains .edu and .ac, used in Britain for academic, are supposed to be used only for legitimate academic institutions, but don't trust this. They haven't cleaned it up yet, although a company called Educause, which issues the.edu domain, claims to be working on it. To find out who owns an educational website, go to whois.educause.net/edu domain/whois.asp. Some buy mailing lists of college graduates and send them direct mail pieces offering quick graduate degrees. In this post-Enron/WorldCom era, don't expect sympathetic treatment if you use a fake degree for any reason and get caught. Chapter 2. Fake schools/fake degrees/fake education 2. Investigate someone's academic credentials. For the public at large or people in business, it only takes a few minutes to check a person's professional qualifications through their professional organization, like the American Bar Association, American Medical Association, American Dental Association, who will not admit anyone without a degree from an accredited institution. If you're a human resources worker who hires people or the manager of a small company who hires people yourself, I would suggest you immediately check the credentials of all employees in sensitive positions, and from here on in, personally verify the academic credentials of all prospective employees. If they would lie about this, they could create a lot more damage. If you're an executive/recruiting firm/headhunter, you had better check on the credentials of your clients, otherwise you could be charged criminally and civilly for providing companies with people with fake degrees. Some of the things you can do to foolproof yourself from hiring or dealing with someone with a fake degree are as follows. Hire a legitimate degree evaluation service. If you sense evasion, hire a private detective. Do a search engine search of the person's name and the name of the academic institution. Go to chia.org and some other academic websites, including ones that list fake/unaccredited colleges and universities, to further check on this academic institution if you are having a hard time finding it on lists of accredited colleges and universities. Professional credential verification services. There are private degree checking services out there. You present them with the name of a school and name of an individual. For $50 or so, they check to see if it's a real school accredited by a government-sanctioned accrediting agency and get a transcript of all courses the individual took there. Be wary of phony degree checking services advertising on the internet. Anyone can set up a website and tell their clients anything they want or what they want for a fee, even if it's not the truth. AACRAO.org, American Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers. NACES.org, National Association of Credential Evaluation Services. PrometheusBooks.com, book about diploma mills, tells employers how to deal with employees with fake degrees. StudentClearinghouse.org, Student Degree and Enrollment Verification Reporting Solutions. arsbackgrounds.com/verification.htm. edverify.com, 877-338-3743. Some diploma mill state laws. California Diploma Mill Laws. Cal. Education Code Number 94050 makes it a misdemeanor for an unauthorized business or other organization presenting themselves as an institution of higher education to use the term college or university. Colorado Diploma Mill Laws. Colorado. Rev. Stat. Number 23-2-104, 4.